Gemini, welcome to your general reading. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. We are still in your birthday month, so again, happy birthday to you. What is going on? We're doing yours and theirs placements today. Show me Gemini, please. Show me Gemini, please. What is going on for Gemini, please? When I sat down for your reading, I had the most loudest, it was great. It wasn't obnoxious. It was a loud but clear. I heard Gene Wilder singing from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the one that was done in the 70s. And come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. That's you. Living there, you'll be free. I don't know why, but it was beautiful and it was bright and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I'm like, that's great. That's perfect for Gemini. So some of you might have recently watched that. Some of you just might be in love with that particular film. Perhaps it invokes in you a certain sense of nostalgia. I know it does for me. Chariot. Oh, beautiful. Okay. 8 of Wands. Sorry. Let me tell you. 8 of Wands. And then we have the 6 of Swords. Now that's interesting. I am seeing transitional energy for you. Twice. Both emotional as well as mental. We'll see. That 6 of Swords in the future for you can be very telling. I need to see which way you're headed because your heart's telling me one thing. Hopefully your mind, and you have a very powerful mind, my love. You have a very powerful mind. As you know, who am I talking to? You already know this. 6 of Swords, you are determined to move forward. I hope your mind is following your heart because your heart is here, the Chariot. This is a rush of love. It's not really our specific heart space as denotes with the Ace of Cups, which can also be new love, and the King of Cups and Queen of Cups. This is being in love. The Chariot, it's a rush of love. It's a rush of love. It's either headed at you or you're feeling it. I believe your energy is going outward. And the reason why is because we got the 8 of Wands here. So we got some strong feelings here. And let me know if you are connecting with Scorpio. I just noticed that that was the underlying. So for some of you, your person is Scorpio or confirmation that you have Scorpio in your chart. And then there's the 6 of Swords. I'm hoping your mind is agreeing to move forward with the Chariot because they're both pointed outward. I hope so. I hope to see those two things in unison for you. Oh, come with me and you'll be in a land of imagination. Living there, you'll be free. Oh, I love it. I don't know why I heard that so loud as soon as I sat down for you. It's just, I see the big shiny smile of Gene Wilder. I don't know why it was so loud, but for some of you it was confirmation. So you let me know, okay? Show me the person surrounding. We also have Cancer here, of course. But again, you just might have that in your chart. Okay. Justice. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. They're showing me heavy sense of burden. Why? I don't know. Okay, we shall see. But this person has a very strong sense of balance, fairness, comfort too. Comfort zone energy. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Okay. This taking a sense of into measure, a sense of self-regard, self-care, household qualities, okay, caring for the home, everyone in the home. They're showing strain in this respect. I don't quite know why, okay? We'll see. You could literally be dealing with Libra. We also have some Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You might have some strong earth in your chart. That was interesting. Okay, anyway, there is, come on now, there is that strong sense of equilibrium in this person. I want things to be fair and just, yet their energy is suggesting strain. I don't know why. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. We'll see. We'll see. Show me that shared energy, please. Let me know if you're connecting to Leo. Show me that shared energy, please. Show me that shared energy, please. Show me that shared energy, please. King of Swords. Three of Cups. Three of Wands. Yeah, there's an anticipation here. It's coming from a determined place for somebody here to connect. They're literally looking forward to it. They have an anticipation surrounding a connection here. Three of Cups. I don't know if it's with this person. I don't know if it's with someone else. But someone here is greeting this knowledge. King of Swords. So I'm guessing this is you. Okay. It's like, I have a strong mindset here. I'm determined to connect with somebody here, and I look forward to it. The anticipation is here. It is kind of coming across a singular individual energy. I don't know that this is necessarily a two-way street, but somebody here is like, I look forward to connecting with somebody. I'm waiting on it. You know, there's that Three of Wands is like, I'm waiting on it. I feel it. I'm looking forward to connecting with somebody. Six of Wands is underlying, so we got some confidence backing this. So your mind is backing up whatever this is. So I don't know, because I'm not exactly getting matching frequencies here. You have a very strong potential for love energy. I need to see what's going on with this person. Your sense of direction is going to tell me a lot too. But right now it's looking like, in terms of shared energy, it's actually coming across as quite singular. Somebody here is looking forward to connecting, and in terms of anticipation. Let's show me the overview, please. Show me the overview, please, for Gemini. Show me the overview, please. Let's get you to where you need to be, Gemini. Three of Swords, pain. We're going to start right there. Show me that Three of Swords, please. Why are we in pain? Show me the Three of Swords for Gemini. Oh, I'm all over this, honey. All right? I'm all over this. We're going to get this figured out. Show me this Three of Swords. Show me the Three of Swords, please. Three of Swords. Show me this Three of Swords, please. For some of you, I just now saw this pain in a relationship, Ten of Cups. Show me this Three of Swords. For Gemini, in their overview. Show me that Three of Swords, please. The Chariot. There's pain in your love. Why? Why is there pain here? No. Why is there pain here? The World. You want to move your heart space forward, but it feels it cannot. Why? You want to. The inclination's here. I see it. I see it. I also see you, to some extent, happily anticipating connecting with somebody. You want to open up to love, not close it. You want some heavy Cancer in your chart. The Hanged Man. It feels like everything's suspended in your emotional world. Let me make this clear. You want to be in love with somebody. You want to open up to it as well. The World is here with the Chariot. Chariot wants to head into opening a cycle, not closing it off. It's not going backwards. It's trying to move forward. We have pain in the heart space. Three of Swords. Why? Queen of Pentacles here twice. Are we too attached to our comfort zone? I need to see this Queen of Pentacles. They're showing up over here. Switch. What is this one? Okay. Chariot. Show me the Chariot, please. 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 Show me the Chariot, please, for Gemini. Seven of Swords. Strong secret feelings. Very strong secret feelings. Why? King of Cups. Scorpio energy. Yes, you had very strong love, but you doubted it simultaneously. You pulled back from what you naturally felt, and you wanted to feel a lot. There was an awareness in you. I don't care how. I don't care, Gemini. I don't care. That Seven of Swords here, that don't mean shit to me. Not for you. Not as an air sign. Absolutely not. The Seven of Swords is nothing to you. Nothing to that Gemini brain power. It's not like the Five of Swords. It's not like that. It's kind of like, I know this to be true, but I don't really want to come to terms with it. I don't want to fully accept it. It's not as bad as the Five of Swords. Nowhere near that bad. But it's like, I understand it. I'm going to sneak away from it. It doesn't make me comfortable, so let's pull back from it. You had very strong love for somebody. Very. You feel it, man. You feel it so hardcore, and it causes you pain. You want to be in love. You want to open a cycle in love. I want to know what the problem is. The Queen of Pentacles popped out. There she is once. Here she is again. You have a strong sense of being in love with somebody. And it's like, it's a partial, think of the Seven of Swords as a partial admission. Okay? Sometimes we withhold our thoughts on purpose. That's also the Seven of Swords. It's not really secret. It's just, I know some things to be true. It doesn't make me comfortable, so I can't really own it. I'm aware of it, but I'm not going to give it full credence either. So we pull it back. Again, it's not as bad as the Five of Swords, so there is some admission here of your feelings. There you are. Underline that point. So you know this. It's not full on denial, but it's not acceptance either. You very much wanted to open up a cycle of love. Your heart space was dictating as such, and it's not random at all. The Chariot's never random. You were in love with somebody. Okay, let's see what's going on. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. Show me this Eight of Wands, please. Chariot for you 3 times. Whomever it is that you are in love with, you are actively communicating with them, but you do not allow yourself to fully engage in it either. Part of your mind pulls everything back. It's also coming from a place of pain. As much as you desire it, you pull back from it. How far you pull back from it, I could not say. Like I said, the Seven of Swords is nothing to you. It really isn't. You are well equipped to handle that. I know you are. Do you have a tendency to overthink things? Absolutely. Are you also the person who communicates solutions to problems? Yeah. That's also your superpower. You are communicating with someone whom you are in love with, but you don't allow full engagement with it either. I see you're communicating with it. It causes you stress. There it is. That's the real issue right there. Oh, your swords are talking to me, honey. Your swords are talking to me. Perhaps it's an unexpected option in love. Perhaps you feel it's unrequited or one-sided. I don't know. I have to tell you, this is not matching this. We're going to see what's up. Okay. I know it stresses you out. There's the real issue. It's like I'm in love and I don't want to be. It stresses me out. It causes me anxiety. It really does make you overthink. Back here it was lighthearted. Okay? But at least it was internal. This is internal. This is external. When you engage with the person that you are in love with, it causes you stress. Eight of Wands is real world communication. It's real world action too. So I know you connect with somebody in communication. And I'm sure you have, or you share, real world space with them too. Okay? Occasionally. Maybe not frequently, but occasionally. And while it feels so good, it provokes some really hard things in you too. You are in love with somebody. You acknowledge it a little bit, but it's in here. It's inside here where you acknowledge it and then you pull back from it. Yeah, I know. I know. Do you? Like, how far does that knowledge run? Because your water is far right outweighing your mind. So, I know you feel many things, and perhaps, like I said, it's an unexpected option in love. Tried to walk away from it. Yeah. Show me the Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords, please. It's transitional energy. Show me that Six of Swords, please. You might have, FYI, some very strong Cancer in your chart. Show me that Six of Swords, please. You could be dealing with one by all rights. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you think you're telling yourself you should move on, but you're not. You haven't. Seven of Pentacles, it's plateaued. You haven't done anything. Up here, your mind's like, move forward. Seven of Pentacles, no. Not quite. I'll tell you why. As slow as the Seven of Pentacles is, the roots also run deep. That's why things can plateau, and we're not particularly always interested in getting rid of something that we worked so hard to develop, even if there isn't much movement in it. Those roots still run deep. It's only a couple more pentacles away from being a 10, you know. So while we may not see much growth and development, it might even plateau or get stuck. It still represents a certain level of work, and it's pre-existing. So I know you have told yourself, move on from this. The Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready for that yet. I was hoping your mind would match your heart. You do too. Your mind wants to match the heart. It's true. You can't make someone love you. But with honey, with all the chariot you're pulling, you just... It can't be one-sided. It causes you pain that you cannot move forward. Or you feel, or you believe, really. It's more about your thinking. You think you cannot move forward. What? No, we're hanging back. I know your mind's told you one thing, but your pentacle energy, your real world energy is like, oh, you just hold on there a second, Gemini. You just hold the hell up. I'm not ready to move forward. Okay? So your real world energy is giving you a fight. Obviously, there's a reason, because there's love. I told you this was not one-sided. There is someone else here. King and Queen of Cups. Emotional maturity. You both have very strong developed feelings for each other. You're in love with him. And there's a good chance they are with you too. Are you allowing your mind to play tricks on you? The investment's small, or we tell ourselves it is. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see this person. Show me this person, please. Oh. Okay. Show me justice. Sense of balance in the self, wanting to take care of oneself, wanting to be comfortable, wanting to do what is right, but they have hardship marking their energy with that Ten of Wands. Show me justice, please, for this person. Show me justice. Again, could be dealing with Libra. We have some earth here. Show me justice. Show me justice. Oh, I don't like that. No, no, no. The passion and interest is too small for this person. But they have a sense of right and wrong balance, and so they're holding on. Four of Pentacles. Someone has not been emotionally available to you for a long time. But they hold on to you in the sake of fairness or correctness or the right thing to do. They've made this determination with judgment in the Eight of Cups. Oh, I don't care for that. It's done so in the name of justice. This is what's fair, it's what's correct. I'm not particularly happy with it, but I'm holding on to Gemini. Take what resonates, say what does not, reverse energies as it applies. But somebody here is marked with very strong energy of, look, Eight of Cups, I'm not thrilled with this connection. Emotionally speaking, I'm a little numb to it. But I have made the decision, judgment, that justice, this is the correct thing to do. Thus I hold on to it despite the fact that I don't have much feeling for it. Oh, we don't like that. No, no, no. That's holding on for the sake of holding on. And as I say all the time, do not hold on to and do not be held on to by anyone. Something either feels correct or it doesn't. Don't give me this justice crap with the Four of Pentacles. It's the right thing to do. The right thing to do, according to this person, is to hold on to something they don't particularly have much feeling for. So no, that excuse does not fly by, and not in my book. Not in this house. That's just holding on. It's like, well, I bought the ticket, so I got to take the ride. The thing about purchases is that it's at will. Just because you bought it doesn't mean you have to do anything with it. You know? Maybe you changed your mind. Maybe that ride isn't as great as you thought it was. Maybe you didn't have the time. I don't know. Either way, relationships should not be treated like that. Well, I bought the ticket, so I gotta take the ride. Okay. Let's see if this person turns around in their energy. I'm not enthralled with it. I'm not sign bashing it. It's not about a sign. This is about their energy. So far, we're not thrilled with their energy. Okay. Show me the Queen of Pentacles, please. Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. They've come up twice. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Their energy is slow moving, and they do find comfort in this connection. They do. Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. There's kind of like a confession in their energy. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it's slow going. And it may not be the most thrilling, okay? But I do have comfort. Their energy says comfort. They're stressing comfort. Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. This person's energy is stressing comfort. I am comfortable in this relationship. Six of Cups. Could be soul bond, or it could just be there's a lot of time built into this. Again, since it's heavy pentacle orientation, I'm leaning more towards that. I don't know that it's necessarily a soul bond so much as there's just a lot of time built into this. This person's energy insists that over much time, value, and appreciation, I take comfort, literally comfort, in this connection. Okay. So they have some emotional value here, but it seems to be stemming from a place of comfort. It is. But it's better than that. Okay, show me that Ten of Wands, please. Your energies are not matching. Not that I can tell, honey. Your energies are not matching. I saw a brilliant match in Aquarius's. Brilliant, almost to the T. Energy for energy. Show me that Ten of Wands, please. Show me that Ten of Wands, please. Page of Cups. Not enough emotional expression to ease the strain. What else, please? Or how they view the connection, I should say. What else, please? That's better. Okay. I say that's better. No, it's not. And this person, I feel like they just cannot commit to their feelings. They cannot commit to their feelings. The closest recognition, in other words, there's energy inconsistency. The closest recognition I can get to their feelings in this connection is that they admit, bare minimum, that they are comfortable within it. That's it. And that's time. I'm not even convinced this is soul bond energy. There's time built into the Six of Cups already because it suggests familiarity between two people. But given that the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is here, this person literally finds comfort in the pace of this relationship. It's steady. They don't want that to change. Okay? It's comfortable to them. This relationship is comfortable, bare minimum. But that's it. That's the biggest expression of consistent emotional energy I've seen for this person. So they've made a determination in the past to keep something going, to hold on to it, the Four of Pentacles, because it feels just or correct or fair. They went through a phase of emotional numbness or not being terribly thrilled. But they're like, despite that, despite my feelings, or rather the lack of feelings, I'm going to continue on in this. They admit to some comfort in this relationship. Okay. Fast forward, I got a Ten of Wands here. Page of Cups. I'm like, well, that's not impressive. Not enough emotional value to sustain this connection. I'm like, Ten of Cups. Oh, okay. They're battling through it. They are battling through it. It sucks when somebody feels they have to battle through their relationship energy, but hey, you know what? There's more effort here than there was, right? And then I had to go and do an extra because I'm like, pull one more. We're going to do one more. I wanted to clarify that this was heading in a particular direction. Okay? I was trying to get confirmation of improvement. And then I got the Moon with that Ten of Cups. I don't feel like this person's in tune with their feelings, or they don't appreciate the emotional value of this connection outside of the comfort zone. It's a relationship that is comfortable to them. And so I know they give you some sort of expression that likely is expressing gratitude. I am grateful for this life that we have. I am grateful for the comfort that you provide me, or that we provide each other. I'm comfortable and thankful for our home. Okay, Good. As one should be. But when it comes to kind of in-depth quality of feeling, they struggle to access what they really feel, or they don't know how to come to terms with what they really feel in terms of something greater, or having a stronger context or stronger meaning. And again, going back to that assessment of, okay, it's not great when we have to struggle to find ourselves in an emotional relationship with somebody. Again, it's hearkening back to here. This is what happens, by the way, when we make decisions like this. I don't particularly feel much for it, but I'm going to stick to it. And this is the result of having made decisions like this. This is what happens when you have that, well, I bought the ticket, I got to take the ride mentality. When you fit your kind of emotions into that box, it's never going to go well. It never goes well. 2 + 2 = 4. So here's the logical outcome. Well, this is the result energetically of this kind of logical outcome. Sticking to someone because it's what you know. Even if you don't particularly feel much for it, this is the price you pay. My relationship energy is a struggle. I'm not really in tune with what I'm feeling. Never mind be able to express it fluidly or appropriately to my partner, where they feel like they're part of something with me in a way that is cohesive and makes sense. That's the price. Thus, the thing that should harmonize you the most and give you the most joy and real comfort. This is lovely. This is lovely, okay? But it's not real comfort. Real comfort is knowing that someone feels the same way about you that you do about them. That is true relationship, emotional balance. Not, well, I'm just really comfortable with you, so I'm going to stick around. Time does not guarantee success. Again, it's more that box thinking. Time is no guarantee of success. None. Well, I bought that ticket. I'm going to keep buying that ticket, and I'm going to keep getting the same ride. My feelings for that ride have gone down drastically over the years. I can't quite improve them because I'm not to terms with that myself. I can't quite be honest with that about what I'm experiencing. Never mind can I express that to my partner, who looks like it too. I would love to tell people, just own your feelings. Just own your feelings. And that is great advice when you know what they are. Person doesn't know what their feelings are. They have changed and they're not in a space to see it or admit it, and that's why the connection with you is a quote-unquote strain. They bought the ticket. They're going to take the ride. It's comfortable. They know this ride, right? And I know, you know, cross-watchers, if you're offended, it's either not for you, in which case you cause yourself unnecessary offense, or it is you. It's one of those two. So don't take offense to what isn't yours. I'm seeing a Gemini who is very much in love with somebody. Very much. And it's either causing pain in your heart because you can't access this person in a way that's fair and balanced, or your energy has begun to go outside of this person because there is so much love in you. And it's not random. So I don't know who you're so in love with. It could very well be this person you feel you cannot access, but holds on to in the real world, the 3D, the Justice for Pentacles. Oh yeah. But you two are not emotionally matched. Not energetically, no. What you feel is huge. And it might very well be for this person, and that's what causes you pain, is because you cannot access the person to whom you have the most feelings for. True. But this is interesting. King of Swords, 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. You look forward to connecting with somebody. And I'm not necessarily convinced it's this person. We'll see. We'll see. You want to be in love. I've seen it. Well, we get along well, and I'm used to it. Let's see, there's some of this, this is not shared, I don't think. It doesn't feel that way. Show me this energy, please. The King of Swords, 3 Cups, the 3 of Wands. And show me. Show me that King of Swords, please. Show me this King of Swords, please. Ace of Swords. Oh yes, you do have a strong mind. I told you. Duh. I know you have a strong mind, honey. I know you have a strong mind, so use that blessed brain of yours for you, not against you. What else, please? You have a particular truth in you. You have a particular pathway in you. I know it. And you're not following the truth. You have a truth in you and you're not following it. Death. You're killing your better sense of judgment. You know there's something in you need to cut out. Connection. Or bare minimum. Understanding with mental fortitude and mental reasoning that a pathway is not for you, that a pathway is not correct for you. You must know that. I know you. You have a strong mind and you're not acting on it. Something must be let out. Something must be cut away. It's either a pathway you're determined to stay on that is not correct for you, or there's a truth here you don't want to acknowledge. Both. Show me this 3 Cups, please. Hierophant underline. Your person might be Taurus. You might have Taurus in your chart. Show me that 3 Cups, please. There you are on the split with the Hierophant. Show me that 3 Cups, please. 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 Ace of Pentacles. Nope. Show me. Knight of Pentacles. You may not know it, but you're in the neighborhood. Slowly but surely, you are in the neighborhood of connecting into a new opportunity. It's substantial. It's got a lot of promise attached to it. In order to pick up the speed, we're going to have to do more of this. In order to get to that new offer that is strong and viable and connecting with someone in the way that actually has a future built into it. There's a truth in you that needs to be acknowledged about a pathway that's not correct for you, or a thing, a thought, an idea that is not correct for you. What else, please? I need something stronger on that. Okay. Yeah. Knight of Wands, I say, if you want to accelerate the process, to get to where you need to be. Okay? Connect with whom you want. The one that you look forward to. Something must be let out. Show me this Three of Wands, please. Show me this Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands, please. No regrets. Hierophant, give yourself permission. No regrets. Five of Cups in reverse, no regrets. Nine of Pentacles, freedom, independence. No regrets. Looking forward to it. Anticipating it. Looking to yourself specifically for permission to free yourself. I don't know where... Yes, I do. I got a King and Queen of Cups over here that love each other very much. When you communicate with them, they with you, it provokes a very real, natural, huge response. So I don't know who this is to you, but you do. It's natural. And I know you want to move away from it, but you're not prepared to, nor do you want to. Tarot doesn't dictate action, honey, you do. We all have to take a trip in that Six of Swords from time to time. It's transitional energy. Some of us, it's just the representation of, we gotta move forward. Nothing will come of this. I gotta move forward. That's what you are telling yourself. In reality, that's not what you want to do. For others, it's a transitional point into better things, into greater things, and determinedly moving ourselves in that direction, which is what you actually want to do. Hence that Seven of Pentacles smacking itself down and saying, Gemini, you have roots in this. You have roots in this, love. And the only reason it's going slow, that Knight of Pentacles here, and connecting with the one that represents the pentacle, that represents the passion, the only thing that's keeping it that slow is because we have not done what we needed to do. And this wasn't shared. Even though it says shared, trust me, I can say singular energy when it presents itself, and this is singular energy. There is someone here whom you connect with, and the only reason it's quote-unquote slow is because we have not come to terms with certain truths. Cut out certain pathways that no longer serve us. This is singular energy right here. No regrets. Five of Cups is in reverse. No regrets. Nine of Pentacles, freedom, independence. You want to open up to love. The most positive aspect, I've told you, the most positive, they admit that they find comfort in this relationship. It's based on time. Time and precedence. Time and standing. But the fact that they are still struggling to find their emotions and this 10 and 10 value, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, they knock each other out. And what we're left with is a Page of Cups to the Moon. They're not in a space to admit how they really feel. Particularly how they experience the relationship outside the comfort zone. You can't, I'm not telling this person, hey, you got to turn around and love Gemini. That's not how it works. Like, I don't have that mentality. No. Just because you were in a relationship or a marriage, there's no guarantee that when you entered it based on love that it will stay that way. That's why life is so fucking scary. As Scorpio, I can tell you I have a very hard time understanding. I promise you, as fixed water and someone who is extremely emotionally loyal, I don't understand that either. I don't understand it, Gemini. I don't get it. I really don't. I promise you, I don't understand it. What do you mean your feelings change? I don't understand that. That does not compute. Trust me. But even I have to acknowledge the fact that there are no guarantees. So this, I bought the ticket, I gotta take the ride. I don't particularly care for the ride, but it's a comfortable ride. I'm familiar with said ride. I know what it's about. I know all the twists and turns. It's stable. It's comfortable. Now, how does that help you? You are very much in love. You also want to open up towards it, but you can't. There's a prohibiting factor here, that Three of Swords, and it's tying back to this Queen of Pentacles. So either this person, you are still in love with them, but they're not giving it back to you, and you can't make them. Or you're in love with someone outside of this connection. And again, you're still prohibited from it for the same reason. Which is up to you. There's that Six of Swords. I do know this. Your singular energy is branching off and has no regrets when it finds its freedom. None. Which is that Five of Cups flew out in reverse. No regrets in your freedom. There's that Seven of Swords again. What about it? What about it, please? Yeah. I think you went along with that thinking too for a while. The Seven of Swords, Justice, the Emperor. I think you went along for that particular ride too, for as long as you could. But at some point, it kind of failed to enter your particular equation as making any sense. Yeah, I agree. You doubted that justice concept for a while. Well, let's keep it like this. We're going to agree to hold it. But you had a hard time swallowing that. You did your best to enforce it. And the Emperor got cold. In that relationship context. Yeah, you went along with that for a while, honey, didn't it? Didn't you? But it's not working for you. You know why? Because that particular thinking, that construct, that programming doesn't fit you anymore. Anything else, please? Eight of Wands. What about it? Yes, that communication that you experience with whomever is provoking that rush of love in you, you want more of it. That's where your energy picks up naturally. Eight of Wands, the Magician. Where over here you experience, this is it. This is what I can expect from this energy. when you have that communication over here, your magician kicks in. You want more of it. Yes, correct. That's because it feels correct to you. Anything else, please? The Empress is somebody else. Okay. There is somebody else who is more of your value. The Emperor for the Empress, I'm sure. The Emperor must insist, right? That's what he does. How else is shit gonna get done? Unless somebody insists this is how things are. I gotta make the rules and then I gotta enforce them. I make the rules, then I gotta enforce them. Except at some point, you started to chafe around those rules. Right? Your own judgment as Emperor started to not feel comfortable to you at some point. In other words, that particular box, that particular prescription, those particular whatever. So, well, this is how it is. It's comfortable. We're established. We'll keep riding that out. It's not working for you. You want to know why? Your heart space is like 3 or 4 times much larger than what you're experiencing, and more to the point, you are very much in love. And it's to whoever you have identified as you communicate with, you want more of it, and they represent the Empress energy. Someone who is loving, supportive, productive, maternal. They are caring. And so long as they are happy, everyone else thrives in their energy. This is someone who is highly productive and has a great deal of value in your eyes. The Emperor has an equal here. And whoever you are communicating with, frankly, honey, you want more of it. That's the person who provokes your Chariot. This person, do you have residual feelings for them? I'm sure. Of course you do. But your energies don't match, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. I would tell you, if there was even the smallest amount of crossover. I'm not seeing that crossover. The only crossover references I'm seeing is in respect to you being in love with whomever it is that you communicate with, and you attach a great deal of status to. But I do know this. No regrets in your freedom. And it's under your future orientation. Some of you are looking forward to it. The only thing that is impeding your progress with what looks like a connection outside of this that represents the Ace of Pentacles and a strong new beginning is the fact that we have not made it declarative. We have not admitted defeat yet. Okay? It's not defeat. Gemini is having lost. That's not right. In life, as in tarot, it's not about winning or losing. Again, this is poor thinking and it shows extremes. It does not show the true balance of human nature. It's not about winning or losing. It's not about failure. It's about knowing what is right for you, knowing what is wrong for you, and you cannot make those determinations without having lived life. You just can't. You have to go through what's wrong so you can understand what is right. You have to. So it's not about failure. It's not about loss or having lost. It's about, without this experience, I couldn't have understood, I would not have understood what is correct for me. Okay? That's how it really works. I hope this person can get to a place where they have learned the necessary lessons. I can tell you're much closer to it than they are. What happens to them, I cannot say. The bigger part of what they really feel specifically towards this connection remains under the moon. It's too much of a strain for this person to address it or get anywhere near it. I know they take comfort in the relationship. I know. That's the dead center and heart of the reading. But their opening is matching their closing. Whatever decision they made in the past to stay in this because it's the right thing to do, it's the correct thing to do. I don't even know if they informed you of this particular decision, but it was on their mind at some point to hold on to this connection despite having an 8 of Cups for it. It's hanging on by default. So whatever they have decided in the past has set themselves up for the future. You have the possibility for something else. And it's pulling back to love, which is here for you so many times, it's ridiculous. To be so in love, and not just being in love, but wanting to open up to it. You know? And as far as I can tell, it's whoever meets this criteria. Now, this I do like. No regrets. No regrets. And freedom. Now, let's back off this one. Okay. Six of Wands. Confidence. Takeaway points, Gemini, is not for what it is that isn't here, but for what is. You have to keep that in mind. It's not about for what isn't here. It's for what is. And you have a lot of what is. We have strong Pisces energy here. Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, yourself, Aries. Some Scorpio. Oh, Cancer, of course. Very strong Cancer. Anything else, please? The Hermit. We need to do some serious consideration of that Ace of Pentacles. The Hermit to the Ace of Pentacles. Chariot. We need to do some heavy consideration about that Ace of Pentacles, where it's going, why. How are we going to plant that particular seed? Okay? Because there is love here. And it's under the markers of an Ace of Pentacles. And you are slowly arriving to it. You slowly connect to it. However, the pacing is largely determined but what you might still be connected to, or they still hold on to you. Something like that. Anything else, please? Just because it's established and comfortable doesn't mean it's happy. Eight of Cups is tying back to this person under the guise of comfort. Okay? And part of you knows that. And it's a very common mistake. If I'm comfortable, if I have resources, that guarantees happiness. Does it? Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't dismiss nor do I take lightly real world concerns. I have bills to pay too, honey. I got a mortgage like everybody else. I got bills to pay. You know, I got all that stuff. Health insurance, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. Yeah. So it's really a matter and measure of what it is that you can live with. And what it is that you want to see for yourself. and understanding what could be versus accepting what's there. You have say in your reality. It's not just all about energetic connections. Okay? With real world restraints, also too, is real world opportunities. So you are in a position, candles out, to determine what your future looks like. Okay? And I know you know that. You want to know how I know? You wouldn't be talking to them otherwise. Whomever this Three of Cups is to you, this Empress is to you. If you didn't want to hope for yourself, you wouldn't be asking for it. What you do is up to you. Tarot does not dictate action, you do. I'm looking at a Gemini who needs to understand what is acceptable to you in this life, while you're alive, while you have it. Knight of Wands. You have the energy within you, your passion, your steam, your drive to make changes, to greet the Wheel of Fortune with enthusiasm as opposed to fear. You have say, as I said. You do have say. You don't have to accept anything. And if this, I bought the ticket, so I'm going to take the ride mentality doesn't work for you, and it looks like it doesn't. I know you went along with it for a long time. Again, that's part of that thinking. Then you have say. You have say in how that Wheel of Fortune plays out. Wheel of Fortune is change that is brought upon us, but also our determination to change our own futures. It is both, because life is both. Okay, and yes, many of you want that. You look towards it as a time, a place of hope. No regrets. I don't know what to call your video. No regrets, or you bought the ticket, you take the ride. Because it seems to be, it seems to be both. So because I'm leaning more towards optimism for you, I'm going to say no regrets. Disrupt the balance. It might be the balance you find comfortable in the real world, but not necessarily the balance that you want in love. Disrupt the balance. Because that particular balance isn't working. That's for some of you, not all of you. There it is again. It is under your energy to make change. You want that cycle of love to open up. You want the heat. You want the intensity. You want to get up in the morning and be fucking enthused and jazzed up about what you're doing and why. You have to put in the change. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm thinking about it. Here it is again. Look to thyself. Look to thyself to make thy decision. Hopefully, like Pisces' last reading, I was talking to them about energetic tension. I see this in collective energies a lot. It gets built up, and then it seems to be stuck there at about the plateau energy, and there doesn't seem to be anything going on, and then boom, it spikes. You're right about here on that plateau. Pisces, a couple weeks ago, they've been having hard readings, hard readings, hard readings, hard readings. And until I see more of the collective energy actively make changes, choosing different things, shifting their energy, making active choices, I will not see more change. That's just how it is. I don't dictate what you do. I read the energy, I read the cards, and you either relate to this or you don't. And I have been seeing this kind of difficult energy for you for a while. I know eventually it's going to peak in terms of resolution. This is what you do. So no doubt you will get through this faster than, say, a water sign will. Because, honey, we're stubborn. Okay. Pisces, their blessed superpower is balancing difficult emotions. But again, it's water that takes time. You're air. You can cut through this process faster if you so chose. It is a choice. I've seen it for you multiple times. I want you to get through this, but we have to get up here. I need you to get to the height. I need you to get to the summit. I need you to push through. Okay? This is when we break through that barrier. This is when we're running on pure adrenaline. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to break through this. Okay? We will get through that. I have never not seen that being the case. But yeah, right here. I know. I know. I'm not completely helpless with my memory. I do remember. I can remember when a collective energy has been like this for a while. And then it breaks. Like a fever. And it will. Soulmate. I know. Summer for some of you. Height of tension. More declaration of energetic movement. So, excuse me, even if, let's say in the real world, there doesn't seem to be much progress, the more you are determined to have breakthrough and movement in your energy, your thinking, your emotions, your spirituality, your physical plane of existence will be forced to drag along behind it. In other words, even if you don't see much change. That's not to say you're not shifting energies, and then thus when you shift your energies, you shift your output. That's how it works. Okay? And for some of you, you will be reaching a lot of your energetic tensions, progress, shifting over the summer. Okay? Self-love. Yeah, exactly. What do you want to see for yourself in the future? What are you allowing yourself to receive now versus what you could? Okay? Know your worth, honey. If someone is not meeting your emotional needs, how is that any different? How is that any different than not having your physical needs met either? In the real world. How is it any different? If you were married or in a relationship under the premise of love and the other person's feelings have changed, how is that different than breaking any sort of physical contract? How? So don't tell me it's comfortable. Because you could, and I know comfort is a powerful argument. Trust me, honey, I see it every day. But whatever agreement there was on the emotional value for this person is not good enough for what you are experiencing. You are showing nothing but love. If not to this person and they're not giving it back to you, it's not, honey, it's not the same sport. Never mind the same field. You two aren't playing on the same field. Never mind anything else. It's completely different. You're over here. I don't know what you're doing. Let's say you're running a marathon. They're over here doing jumping jacks. It's nowhere near the same. Okay? The emotional exchange is not correct at all. So even if, let's take this idea of connecting to someone else out of the equation. Just throw it aside. Just throw it the fuck aside. Okay? Regardless, Gemini, you pulled Chariot 3 times. It is not a coincidence You want to be in love. Take the idea of someone else, whoever it is you might be communicating with, and that part may not even relate to you. Bare minimum, because it is a collective reading, so there'll be pieces that you don't fit you, okay? Bare minimum, I'm looking at a Gemini who wants to be in love. And they're not getting it. I'm not saying a person's an asshole. I'm saying they made particular decisions that go outside the contractual agreement. You cannot guarantee someone's feelings. You cannot own their feelings, just like you cannot own their physical entity. Okay? So no, that's the scary thing about any fucking relationship, honey, is that the feelings can change. I don't particularly understand that, but there you are. Okay? A lot of people do. Okay? Just because I struggle with that doesn't mean other people do. People's feelings change. It's like, well, we still have at least everything that we've established. Okay, fine. Reasonable argument, Gemini. Reasonable argument. But your energy tells me you're not satisfied with that. You can't own. What's remarkable here to me, Gemini, though, this is what's interesting to me. You're not angry. You're not angry. I haven't seen one thing of anger for you, not once. Anxiety, yes, absolutely. Overthinking your feelings? Oh, yeah. Mental conflict? You bet. But what's crazy to me, honey, is that you're not angry. I don't see any possessive quality in you. It's just you doing what needs to be done. And if you really want change, you're going to go for it. Because if you do, your mentality is no regrets. It's admirable. But you're not angry. Because let me tell you, that sure as would piss me off. You know? I have all the love in the world for you. And you're telling me you're comfortable with our life. Thank you for going through the motions. I really appreciate that. If I'm not provoking that kind of feeling in you that I'm showing you, I don't want you. But then that's how I operate. I'm a Scorpio. Emotional loyalty is our thing. What you put into me, I'm going to put into you. Give me everything or give me nothing. I'm not saying you're saying give me everything. What I'm saying is that you have a very natural response here to somebody. And it's very much in love. You want to be in love. Yeah. I'm not trying to make it a be about that, but I can't say that those elements aren't there, honey. Financial loss is underlying. Yeah. Especially if someone's very attached to the comfort zone and the life you've built together. Yeah. That's going to be a natural fear. I understand. Like I said, I appreciate the real world aspects too. It's just, and I know that's the Gemini I'm looking at is struggling with that desire to be in love, but also that world appreciation of the matters of life. See, again, you have to choose what it is you see for yourself. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free. if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. What world do you want to see yourself, for yourself? I do know this. If you choose to move forward in a particular pathway where you cut out the pathway that is not correct for you. I like your attitude. No regrets. I respect that. I got my meaningful coincidences, vivid dreams. That's for somebody. If you are having such strong orientation towards someone, there's a good chance you have dreams of them, and it's not it's meaningful coincidence. In other words, it's not a coincidence, it's meaningful. It's confirmation, something about vivid dreams, okay? So, you might have very strong dreams, given that communicate, you want more of it, baby. You like it, you love it, you want more of it. There's someone here you're talking to, a substance, and it lights you the fuck up, man. And I cannot, I'm sorry, I cannot tie it to this person. I cannot. I will not. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't tie it. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Real tarot reflects for life, and I'm going to see complexities. I do not judge. I have seen much more complex than this, and I will in future. But I'm going to say the realities as I see it, honey. You know? I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to report on what I see. And if I am so fortunate as to help you find a way forward or give you advice that you can understand or make sense to you so you can choose A or B, left or right, up or down, then I will. That's all I can do. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, their energy's great. But then, to me, I find this abhorrent. Like, I just... Oh, thanks for playing along. I appreciate you playing house with me. Wow. Okay. I don't want that. But that's me. That's my value system. You need to understand what your value system is. Okay? Regain balance, yes, absolutely. What's the truth within you, as we've been discussing? You might have a stronger sense of that, like I said, over the summer. Anything else, please? Spiritual protection. Whatever it is that you choose to do, please understand that you are protected. Okay? You are protected. You are protected. New friendship. I don't know how new it is. But yeah, I'm relating that back to the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. Anything else, please? I don't know about you, honey, but I don't play house. Let me tell you something. If we're on a ride together, and I'm screaming and you're not, there's a problem. Okay? If I'm loving the ride and you're not, there's a problem. You know? But, oh no. Do not give me neutrality. Do not give me indifference. But again, that's my value system. Okay. The Divine Feminine. Yeah, that's around there somewhere. I'm getting sniffs and whiffs of it. Right about here. The Divine Feminine. Okay, spiritual awakening. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Where are we in time? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, honey. I do this, don't I? Well, I am hashtag tarot movie. I started including that in the hashtags because I just need to embrace it, honey. I just need to embrace it. I do tarot movies. That's what it is. Those are my people. Those are my subscribers. It's like hashtag tarot movie. Yep, it's true. The star. The world opening up to the correct pathway. Okay. Yep. I don't know why I'm so shocked by my own time references anymore. Honestly, Christina, it is what it is. It is what it is. this is how I read. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name's Christina. I'm an in-depth reader. I layer, as you see, so I can more effectively build bridges. All right? But this can be a process. It can take a while. All right. Any important time references, please, other than summer, which speaks for itself. Summer, which speaks for itself. There's some Scorpio influence in here somewhere, I'm telling you. Again, it could be relating back to killing off that said balance, because the balance, while it might be balanced, isn't necessarily working for you. But also, June might be some very strong energy as relating back to Scorpio. Possibly does not have to be. But June might be some critical energy and understanding said ending, okay? And that's if you choose that, and that is a choice. Anything else, please? There's that freedom again, baby. September for some of you. 9 of Pentacles, so the journey might start around June, and it might become more apparent by September. But again, it's summer again. June, July, August. I don't know about you, but summer in Texas is 80% of the year. So I don't know what summer looks like to you, but around here, it's like a lot. So whatever your definition of summer is, okay? So June, July, August, September, October, it starts to drop to like 80 in November. What else, please? Anything else, please? Tension. 5 of Wands. There might have been some tension. Okay, there's some frustration around May. Let me know if you're dealing with Capricorn. Did something happen around May 15th? I saw that a couple of times distinctly. Man, that Scorpio full moon really effed with people, didn't it? I'm still getting references to the 15th. But specifically, May 15th. Yeah, there might have been some strain around that time. Okay? There might have been some serious strain around that time. I'm still getting references to May 15th, honey. Apparently, that was quite difficult for some folks. Page of Wands. That's some really interesting tension happened around that time recently. It could have been when we entered your birth season too, which was May 20th. So again, in tarot time, those are just, they're pretty much the same. In tarot time, 5 days is nothing. Okay, that's it. So there might have been some very critical tension. Okay, that lack of anger and frustration I saw on your part. All right. Yeah, somewhere around there between May 15th and the 20th, there might have been some critical energy there. Frustration. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, we should hopefully have more resolution for you around summer. Okay? I'm not getting too much else. Everything else is really requiring choice on your part, as these things often do. Gemini, again, I want you... Rose quartz. Hope. Love and hope. Hope for love. I want you to take away not just this person, but what's in you. And what's in you is beautiful. And what you're experiencing is beautiful. And it's natural. And it's right. Okay? You have a beautiful heart. I hope you know that. I wish this person could see it. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.